Welcome to the Real Double Dose Channel broadcast station, focused on the real reels of real life, love, growth, and of course, elevation within all levels. RDDC is exactly the place where anyone can discover more depth, love, light, and clarity within themselves, and elevate from other people's walks of life, conversations, and questions, along with deeper insights. So tune in and be a part of the Double Doses with Lexus T and RDDC.
Hello, everyone. This is your host, Lex, coming at you straight from the heart, like I said before. And I just want to say thank you for being here, tuning in. Also, make sure you do check out the updates on realdoubledosechannel.com. That's www.realdoubledosechannel.com, as well as the past blogs. And we see the numbers coming in from realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com, and it's realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com, and it's www.spiritandmindelevation.com. We got Flip the Switch coming out, and Lex Effect Coaching is rolling, masterminding it. Boom. It's just too long, so we got it out there. So, and not to mention the hashtag Bless Up Challenge giveaways. Yeah, and if you haven't heard about those are vacations given away from you, vacation vouchers, completely paid for unless you want to upgrade to something bigger, whatever, more spacious. It's luxury, period. But yeah, we're going to be doing something with that too, and also having a whole hashtag Bless Up Challenge. And if you haven't, and you are tuning into HVH on the RDDC broadcast, that is Heck versus Hell coming out Fridays. I meant to say before 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that right there. So from all the platforms that we have, the 15 or even 17 plus syndicates, thank you. We're out here. We're moving. YouTube is going to be rolling out more and so forth from, all the Google Cast and Pandora, Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, Giovanni, Google, I think I said that, Podcast Addict. I can't think of a whole lot right now because the list is kind of long. But, we've been out there for nearly going on a decade now. So we'll get there. We've been doing it organically, but we see hundreds of thousands of you coming in to tune in, thousands of downloads. That's what makes us know 1 equals 1 million. As long as one of you can affect another one with the messages given and the downloads inside of yourself from this and the creator of all things first and foremost, that's all that matters. So technically we probably reach, I don't know, maybe close to a couple billion, maybe a billion. I don't know. Ripple effect. I'm just saying. All right. So I don't really know what this one is called. I dropped it on this one, but I want to say, ask yourself this question, though. These are questions to provoke us, to get our minds going, get the conversation flowing, get things right here. It doesn't have to be a reel or a short for you to get it and download it. It's not about the length, it's the quality. It's not about the quantity, it's the quality as well. Right? Quantity matters sometimes. The length, depending if you want to have longer chapters, and we have different episodes out there for that. But why are you fighting? Hashtag, that's a good one right there. So the question is, why, right? If someone is not doing anything to keep you, right, then why are you fighting to stay? That's a good question. Let me ask it again. If someone is not fighting to keep you, right, why? Or they're not doing anything to keep you. Excuse me. I don't want to say, what do you mean fighting? If they're not doing anything to keep you, then why are you fighting to stay? Now, some of us can say, I love them. I spent so much time with them. Or it's my child, or it's my animal attacking me. I don't know. I get some help for that. And sometimes we have to break loose from our children in a very healthy way. Okay, we can guide that too. Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com. Email us, YANDX.com. I'm just saying, flip the switch at reborn.com. Flip the DA switch at reborn.com. But I want to ask you that. If someone is not doing anything to keep you, then why are you fighting to stay? Let me give you an example. Well, Lex, I love this person. They're amazing, but my girl don't do nothing. I hear this all the time from people. She doesn't cook. She doesn't clean. She doesn't help me around the house. Not saying that they're not willing to do those things too, but they work, right? That partner might do the same work and just figure it's all on them, or want to put the money and the bills on themselves, or get to a point to where they're like, hey, I'm not working at all. That's not my job. Hiring a housekeeper, out of the question. Money's tight if that happened. But that's true. If a person's like, hey, I'm hanging out with my boy, now point in case. There's someone else. I'm hanging out with my boys right now. I'm not going to even get her anything for a special occasion. I'm not even going to share the plate that I'm sharing with my friends. If you have to ask someone to remember you, even beyond the sentiments of something happening or some event, there's a problem. Either you prioritize them so much over yourselves, you made them think, hey, no matter what you do, I got you, I'll forgive you, I'll take you back, and you can treat me however you want. And when I cry about it, just give me something to pacify me for a little bit and you can maneuver those ways. But why would you want to fight to keep that? You shouldn't have to fight to keep anything. That's the key point. And no, you think, oh, well, they shouldn't do anything. No, they should have to do something to keep you. Why? Are you telling me that you should be hired at a job and just sit there? You telling me I should be hired at a job, for example, and just sit there? They're hiring me to look pretty behind the desk, or just sit there and not serve the scoops of ice cream, or just sit there and be a pet sitter without feeding the dog or taking them out to poop. You're sitting there for me to take people around the marina or whatever and give them a nice little, fish tacos while they go fish, but I'm not doing my job. You have to do something stagnant, even to keep your flesh together. Yes, eso, right? También, too. You have to bathe it. You have to make sure, or some people don't bathe at all. They get through without any bacterial infections. Hey, good for them. But I'm saying, like, when it comes down to it, this depends how you keep yourself. Yeah, I want to keep my hair up. You know already you're going to have to go back to the barbershop. You have to go back to the salon or do it yourself. You know already. Your nails. Oh, I don't have to do anything but just clip my nails once. No, you're going to have to keep up on it. It's all maintenance, baby. And if God decided to say, look, I'm done. Hey, you can breathe next week. You're dead. Like, they don't need to have breath every minute. Let me just let them suffocate for about 2 minutes and then give them their lung capacity back. There's something that's always required, and Christ gave the sacrifice of all things to make sure we had the requirements of staying alive, being here long enough not to get wiped off this earth from the flood happening, and God's promise to not have it happen again. But it still doesn't mean that it's entitled. Hey, I'm with you now, so I don't have to do anything to keep you. And if you let someone come in your door thinking that, not taking you on a super expensive dates and this and that, or coming off like, hey, I'm just a little cheapo, it's cool, you don't have to do nothing for me, but they do something for everybody else. No. Get someone on that equal cusp. First of all, ask God to allow that person to come into your life. Make space for that. Don't have 20, 30 people you're talking to or rotating with, having false promises or testing them out on dates, on platonically or dates, and then you're saying, oh, God, please find the one. Well, how are you going to find that one when you're entertaining 20? You're sliced away. You're already in a guard keeping yourself up so they don't hurt you to begin with. So you're already keeping that guard up. You're already keeping that going. A guy too. Hey, God, please help me find the woman that I love. But I'm going to entertain 10 other females in the meantime, and I'm not going to give any of them a full anything because I don't know if they're the one for me. But yeah, I made room. If you have that space available, God can make space available for that room to be filled. The same prayer that you have for someone else is praying for the same thing. Align that together. The same person at the pizza shop asking for a dedicated worker so they can eventually take over the store is the same thing. I wish I could find a job somewhere that pays me decent, treats me with respect, and I could take it over and help them out. They help me out and treat it like my own. There's always a prayer aligning with the answer. We are made to be extensions of God. People, why doesn't God come down? We hear people say, and do it. Show himself to us. Why doesn't God come down and do himself? Why do we have to pray? Why can't our God be with us? First of all, it's God. Silly. God of all things. I wouldn't want my God to have to come down and sit there in front of me to prove anything. That's not God at all. I mean, I hold myself as God's daughter to goddess, and boom, come to my throne. You better be ready. Bow down when you come to my town. Pero, not in a pompous way, but it's not for that. God is extensionized through us. Maybe that's a new word, like Hector likes to say. Through us is extension. God, it was an angel. Oh man, that's better than an angel, my sisters and brothers. The essence of God is within us. God himself is within us. Made and created are two different things. We'll get on the conversation in different aspects. But that's what it is. Your fellow friend down the street is the God force as well, and the source of all things is within them. So when they come through for you and that compulsion and that feeling and movement, that is God showing himself to you. God shows himself all the time. We just choose not to see God. We choose to see flesh and humanity. That's what we see. And Christ was coming and came and is going to come to say, hey, you can overcome these things. You can become better than these things. You can see things more clearly. Because now that I've come in the flesh to overcome and save, this is my journey here, my mission. You can do it now. Stop living in the crevices of what you are too blind to see, what your ears are too deaf to hear, what your mouth is too weak to be bold to speak. Right. So all we can do is ask God to come into us every day, make it clear, make it plain. Manifestation, no, it's the prayer within the self of where God dwells, because God is all that comes to it. And that faith and belief and beyond hope is the seeking of what we have for the things that, what is it? Faith is a substance of things not hoped for, but not yet seen. Don't quote me every word. Go biblically, Google it. All I'm saying is that's the truth of it. If someone is not doing anything to keep us, then why are we fighting for them to stay? That could also be a command saying, hey, I got something better for you. Pero sabes qué? You know what? If you want to keep where you're at, you're going to continue to go through what you're going through. If you want to continue to be treated like that, I'm not going to stop you, because that's free will, baby. It is. Well, Lex, if a baby crawls at the end of the steps and falls down, well, where was the parent and where was the person? Right? If they hurt themselves, no, it's not needed. But at the same time, it can't be, well, why did you stop the baby from falling down the steps? It's not free will. That was the baby's will. No matter how you cut it, there's always somebody with a problem or something to say. Either way, when it comes down to that, let me break it down, my beloveds. Okay? That's all I want to end it with right now. If someone is not doing it, even for a job, if a job is not serving you, and I'm not saying disclaimer to quit and just go bankrupt, whatever. I'm saying get stuff aligned, get it together, ask for help. We're going to be having some free series to get you started on different things as well. It's not going to be one of those things that says, hey, you want to know my secret? No, we're not doing that. We're going to have free master classes, and there's other master classes at another level that really want to turn it up, and you have to invest in that. Otherwise, I'm selling myself. So why should I do anything when you're not fighting to keep me either? All right. Or, you know what I mean? Vice versa. It just, or not keep me. You know what I mean? Right? Well, I'm not going to give everything, and you sit there and go buy a new expensive bag that probably costs $10 to be made. And, you're buying it for $1,000, and I'm supposed to be sitting here not trying to look like, you have to pay your way in something, right? You got to pay rent. You got to pay your car. You know what to do mandatorily. So don't question everybody else, right? But there's a free series coming that's going to help you out tremendously. There's series coming. There's so much stuff I dropped, even from your ideas. I can help you pop it up. Boom. No solicitation, just elevation. That's what it is. I love doing it. LinkedIn profile says the same thing because I'm in love with it. That's been over a decade ago. Maybe 15 years ago, maybe. I don't know. So sorry, a little sidetrack. But to end it off with that, I have to say that you have to understand if someone's not doing that, if a person hires you from a job, if you go somewhere and someone's saying, hey, they're not doing anything to keep you, all right? Anything to keep you there, the job. I just want to hire you so you can work for free. Okay, I just want you to be there just in case I need to take a break. But what do you get? They're not doing anything to keep you. Hey, I know they need to pay bills, so I'm going to pay them. I know they need to make sure they have a lunch break, so I'm going to give them that. No, you wouldn't tolerate those things. So for this being relationship directly, if your child is taking advantage of you, hey, because you're my kid, you can just run over me and not having responsibilities? Because no, you got to do A, B, C, and D and get this together. Oh, you want to disrespect my home? Well, here's a tent. Okay. Find yourself somewhere to live in a safe spot. Go to a homeless shelter or maybe find something to do. Oh, that's too harsh, Lex. But listen, if it's too harsh, let them learn the lessons on your back then and continue to have the harshness of bills ran up, disrespect, and whatever else. If you're willing to put yourself in harm's way, which I do not recommend, okay, there's always some kind of help. Remember, you're sacrificing who you are as God's other source of life walking around here that God put in as a source. Then you're disrespecting God because you're disrespecting you. So that means that you've put the responsibilities of what God gave you as a gift before God. You never admire the gift. You admire God who gave you the gift. You appreciate the gift, but you don't disrespect God in the calling of getting the gift. Oh, I got a brand new car. Awesome. I don't have to pray anymore. That's completely disrespectful. Prayer doesn't get you the things you want. It's supposed to be an intimate relationship with God. Right? knowing that it'll be, and saying, God, thank you for the things that you have allowed me to get already. Thank you for what's coming in. May you guide my way and give me my journey, Lord, so I can keep my mind focused and clear with all the distractions out there, so I can work towards it in the journey of what you have, and just go meticulously. Just go and just navigate it and know that it's going to flow to you. A lot of us have that hardening. It's hard to believe in such a world like this and times like this, but it can be done every day, every moment. Okay. Beyond miracles happening. So hashtag, why are you fighting? Stop fighting for something that's not fighting for you or someone. Remember that. You can just give 100% of your effort. My sweet babies, please. I don't care if you're 90 years old hearing this. I don't care if you're 10. You heard what I've said. Do not, right? My sweet beloveds, do not downplay who you are. I don't care if they have a resume. I don't care if they're known all over the world. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. So I had a little achoo moment. Bless me. Bless us. But it doesn't matter at all. It just gets to the point of where we have to understand we need to make room for that to go. God never gives up on us. Even when we do the most heinous things, God doesn't give up on us. We need to ask that to be done. And for real, hey, you just think God's just free. Oh, God's free. I'll pick up the Bible whenever I want. I'll talk to God some other time when I'm ready. Yeah, and then something else comes on, you distracted. You never were in it to begin with. So if God wasn't God, you had to ask that question to God. God, if you're not doing anything to keep God, why should God keep fighting for you? If every time you want to be like a genie in a bottle, why? Because God gave the ultimate sacrifice as his son, his essence coming in human form to give the ultimate sacrifice, because nothing that humans could do to make that up for what had been done. So that's deep. So don't prioritize anything, and I mean that, anything in your life or anyone in your life over God, even your own child. I don't care. That's who gave you the child. Doesn't matter. You can still love them tremendously, be there for them, but keep your relationship intact. And then you'll start seeing clearly, man, this person's in my life. I'm not allowing my God to construct it where it needs to go. I'm going to let go and let God. I'm going to let that open. I'm going to relax myself. I'm going to chill back, because there's no point in trying to get this person to love me, be there for me, think about the anniversary, think about this, think about that. And I have to pull teeth, and they're over here considering they're doing everything else under the sun. But when it comes to me, I got to remind them. Love is not to be reminded. The memories and the understanding of love is a reminder of how much we love. It permeates every time. It stimulates, it motivates, it cultivates, it inspires. It's complete purity of what it is. It is patient. It is kind. It doesn't boast. It's not jealous. And I know a lot of us have had the tainting rewired in our bodies from what has been, but love is the ultimate reason why we're still even given the chance to be here out of the millions of sperm that did not make it. We were chosen and selected regardless. The selected play their part and the chosen become their part. And as I say right now, I just love you and want you to know that. Hashtag, why are you fighting? Right? And even so, God wins the battle, has won all the battle from just the trials and tests and tribulations. Just because you can't see the seed growing underground doesn't mean it's not going to pop up from the dirt. It doesn't mean that it's not growing. It doesn't mean that it's not fruitful. But if you're killing it with poison one day and water the next, you cannot expect anything to be cultivated. And if it does manage to get through that ground and you try, it will be bitter and it will make you sick. We need to be careful. My situation alone with this traumatic 8 surgeries and almost dying and everything taught me beyond any lesson there will be. Hashtag, why are you fighting? Stop fighting against the grain and let God be the everything. Because God will be and is everything and is everything within you. So there's nothing to be done. It's already done unto you. So next time someone doesn't do anything to keep you around, don't text you back on time, a week later, I was doing this and that. Oh, let it be. Why would you want to keep any connectivity that's not connected, or someone who doesn't even see you as anything to be connected to? Think about that. And you're doing everything to fight for them. Making sure you stay up on it, making sure you respond to them, making sure you're there. At the expense of what? Your rest, your peace, the fake love that's not there? There's a song from Drake I'm going to end this off with. But I still love that song. I've been down so long that they look up to me. Boom. They look up to me, right? I got fake people showing fake love to me, all up to my face. Boom. So anyway, my voice is on a whole nother excited tempo. I was just telling my sobrina, my niece, that I'm on a high level where I'm like energized. And it's coming very in between right now with my surgeries. But that's one thing I found out too. You got to go, Just got to shut that door and let God do the rest. Make sure you're always in a safe place, safe space, whatever it is. Look out for those hashtag bless up moments and those free, awesome, extravagant things going on. And the summer is almost here. So I know, even for winter, you got to be looking for these extravagant, wonderful luxury getaways. And not to mention just being able to level up on your life. I am going to do something to make sure I'm keeping you, because that's how much love is. You just want to give because that's how love, not for favors, not for look at me or I did this. It's for love. That's what love will do. Right. And you in return can spread the love, spread it, share, hashtag like, come be a part of it, invest later on in it, do some other stuff or not if you choose to. But that's what love is. It doesn't expect anything back, but it knows something will come back if it's genuine love, because it loves you just the deep and the same. So be the change, feel the passion, embrace the power of the spirit. I love you. You're amazing. And don't forget, I will always, by the grace of God, be back with you very, very soon.